So let us discuss about Raoult's law. Raoult in 1886 he gave an empirical relation connecting the relative lowering of vapor pressure and the concentration of the solute in solution, and this is being referred to as Raoult's law. What he wanted to explain is when any solute is being added into the pure solvent to get a solution, there will be decrease or lowering of the vapor pressure of that pure solvent when it is being converted into solution. And this empirical relationship, that how much lowering of vapor pressure takes place on addition of non-volatile solute into the given solvent, this is being given by gentleman Raoult in 1886, which is being known as Raoult's law. The statement of Raoult's law goes like this: the relative lowering of vapor pressure of a dilute solution is equal to the mole fraction of the solute which is present in that solution. What it means, whatever lowering of vapor pressure of a pure solvent will take place, that will be equal to the mole fraction of the solute which is being added into pure solvent to get a solution. And it is being mathematically expressed as P minus Ps upon P is equal to n small n upon small n plus capital N. It is relative lowering of vapor pressure, and it is being shown to be equal to mole fraction of a solute which is being added to get the solution. So that mole fraction of the solute, it is being given by small n upon small n plus capital N. Small n is nothing but it is the number of moles of the solute which is being added, and capital N is nothing but it is number of moles or molecules of the solvent which are present into the given solution. Now, how this lowering of vapor pressure takes place? In the previous lecture we spoke regarding escaping tendency. I hope everyone remembers it. In vapor pressure is nothing but it is the tendency of the molecules of a given solvent to evaporate or to escape from its surface. And when we are talking about a pure solvent, the molecules of the solvent are really free to get away from the surface of it. But when you are adding some non-volatile solute into that pure solvent, what will happen? Being it is non-volatile solute, it will occupy somewhat surface of the pure solvent, and when the surface of the solvent will be occupied, the molecules of that solvent will not be able to get free from its surface, and it will decrease their chances of getting away from the molecules of its own. So this lowering takes place because of the amount of the solute which is being added into the solvent. Kindly mute yourself. Who is there? Someone is disturbing. Kajal Katkade.
No, sir, I am not.
Okay, someone was disturbing. Just ensure that you are on mute mode. So we were talking about how this lowering of vapor pressure takes place. Actually, when we deal with the pure solvent, the vapor pressure which will be shown by the pure solvent, it will be the 100% of its own, because the molecules of that liquid will be free to move from its own surface into the atmosphere. But when non-volatile solute is being added or dissolved into the pure solvent to get the solution, what happens is the surface of the liquid is being blocked, access of the solvent molecule to get away or to free from the surface, and this leads to the lowering of vapor pressure. So if we consider P as the vapor pressure of the pure solvent, the lowering of vapor pressure will be P minus Ps, because you will always find that the vapor pressure of the pure solvent is being greater as compared to the vapor pressure of the solution, because the surface of the solution it being occupied by the solute molecules, and that decreases this lowering of vapor pressure, which is relative to the vapor pressure of the pure solvent. It is being termed as the relative lowering of vapor pressure, because it has to do with the vapor pressure of the pure solution. So when we compare the vapor pressure of solution, how much lowering is there as compared to the vapor pressure of the pure solvent, it is known as relative lowering. And relative lowering of vapor pressure, it is being given by terminologies P minus Ps upon P, because we have seen P is nothing but it is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent, and from that we will have to reduce or subtract the vapor pressure of the solution. You will always find that vapor pressure of solution is lesser as compared to vapor pressure of the pure solvent. And when you are comparing how much lowering is there with respect to the vapor pressure of the pure solvent, it is known as relative lowering of vapor pressure, and it is being claimed and stated by Raoults that this relative lowering of vapor pressure will be equal to the mole fraction of the solute which is being added. क्योंकि ये relative lowering जो हो रहा है vapor pressure का, it is happening because solute is being added into the solvent to get the solution, and this is being depicted in picture over here. See, you can find in pure solvent all your molecules of the solvent are free to get away from the surface of the solvent. The movement of the molecules of the solvent is not being constrained by some other material, but this doesn't happen when the pure solvent is being converted into a solution by addition of some solute. Here solutes are being shown by your pink balls. So what is happening, somewhere the surface of the solvent it is being covered by pink balls. So you are finding in the left side picture all molecules of the solvent are free to leave, but in case of solution you are finding that number of green balls are being decreased because somewhat space or surface is being occupied by the solute molecule which are being shown in pink color. So this leads to lowering of vapor pressure, because in pure solvent all molecules are free, they can move as per their wish, but their movement is being restricted on addition of non-volatile solute into the pure solvent to get the solution, and this leads to lowering of vapor pressure. This lowering of vapor pressure or the quantity or the amount or the strength of vapor pressure when pure solvent is being converted into the solution will be lessened down or will be lowered down or will be decreased because of addition of that non-volatile solute into it. So this lowering of vapor pressure has to do everything with the mole fraction of the solute which is being added, and this was being explained by gentleman Raoult, which is being known as Raoult's law. As we have discussed, why this lowering of vapor pressure takes place, because the vapor pressure of pure solvent which is being caused by the number of molecules which are evaporating from its non-volatile solute is being dissolved in a solution. The presence of solute molecules onto the surface, it blocks the movement or friction of the surface. This leads to the lowering of vapor pressure. The vapor pressure of solution is therefore determined by the number of time on the surface, which is proportional because of addition of the non-volatile solute. So actual vapor pressures of the solvent which are there onto the surface, because solute is not the surface, the molecules of the solute are not leaving, molecules of the solvent are ready to leave because the number of molecules of the solvent increase for the solution. So vapor pressure of a solution, it is number of solvent molecule which are there onto the surface of the solution at a given point of time, as PS, that is vapor pressure of solution, is proportional to mole fraction of the solvent, that is capital N upon small n plus n. So we can say that PS, that is vapor pressure of solution, is proportional to mole fraction of the solvent. We are putting a proportionality constant, that is K. Now in case if you are considering it in the solvent in its purest form, the mole fraction of the solvent become 1, क्योंकि उसके साथ और कुछ भी present नहीं है, no solute is being added. Till that time you will find that P is equal to K, because the mole fraction of the solvent is 1. Now when we are getting this terminology P is equal to K, we are putting this value of K into the equation which we have got, that is Ps is equal to K into mole fraction of the solvent. When value of K is being put up as P into the above equation, we get Ps is equal to P into mole fraction of the solvent. The P which is numerator on the right hand side, we are bringing it into the denominator on the left hand side. So we get Ps upon P is equal to mole fraction of the solvent. We are subtracting left hand side and right hand side from 1. For simplifying the equation, we get 1 minus Ps upon P is equal to 1 minus moles of the solvent. Simplifying that equation further, we get P minus Ps upon P is equal to, now it has been converted from mole fraction of the solvent. This equation has been converted into mole fraction of the solute now, and this is what is the equation which is being given by Raoult's, and this is what is being known as Raoult's law. P minus Ps upon P is nothing but it is relative lowering of vapor pressure, and we have seen that, we have proven mathematically that it is being equal to the mole fraction of the solute which is being added into the pure solvent to get the solution. This is what is known as Raoult's law. In another way, we can say that when two solvents are being mixed, one is higher concentration, so one will be termed as solute, another one will be termed as solvent. The total vapor pressure of the system is nothing but it is just sum of partial vapor pressure of the pure solvent. This doesn't happen in case of real solution, and that's why we have said that ideal solutions are nothing but the solutions which obeys Raoult's law. So in this case, we are finding an example of benzene. When it is being mixed with ethylene chloride, it all depends upon the total vapor pressure of a system. It will all depend upon how much mole fraction. So total vapor pressure will be equal to the partial vapor pressure of benzene and ethylene chloride which are being mixed at that point of time into each other to give a solution. Is that clear?